Now that we have our applications, we need to associate each of those applications with the different deployment environments that we'll use in our release. And our release is going to have 4 deployment environments, one for CI, one for UAT, one for verify, and one for production. Because this is a brand new project in CDD, there are no existing environments yet, so we'll need to create them as part of defining our applications. But before we create the environments, let's take a quick look at the environments view. To do that, we'll click Administration and Environments. And notice in the Environments view, there isn't a button to create a new environment. The reason for that is that the environments are actually created from the Applications view. So once an environment is created from an application, the environment will then display in this view where some additional settings can be configured. But creating and deleting environments is all performed from within the applications themselves. So we'll go ahead and navigate back to the Applications view. And to associate the applications with the appropriate environments, we'll click the application name to open the application management window. Under the Environments heading, we'll click Add Environment. Because we have no environments defined yet in CDD, we'll need to create each of the environments for the release here. So we'll type the name of each environment and press Enter. And each time we press Enter, this adds the environment to the CDD system. So while we're creating environments from scratch in this application, when we configure Web Frontend, the environments we're creating right now will be available in a drop-down list. And now that we have each environment created for the Web Backend application, we'll go ahead and click Save, click back to Application List, and then open the Web Frontend application. Now when we click Add Environment, we see a drop-down with the environments that we just created. And we'll select each of the environments for this application, and click Save. And if we take a look at the environments view again, we can now see the 4 environments we just created, and each of these environments will eventually be associated with a phase in the release. Also in this view, we can click an environment and configure a few different options, such as renaming the environment, adding the description. We can also mark it as a production environment, and that's going to lock down the environment so that only users with production manager permissions can create or edit phases and endpoints in this environment. And we can also add different applications if needed. And again, notice there's no delete option here because this is handled through the application itself. So removing an environment from all applications automatically removes it from CDD. So now we have our environments defined, and each of these environments will eventually be associated with a phase when we create the release.